ways of praying, other ways of living. It's better to live each day in a way that is consistent with our values and beliefs than to do otherwise and feel untrue to ourselves. This can vary from attending temples, mosques, church, gurudwara, to practicing meditation, or for both. It is the process of looking within to become more in touch with the spiritual dimensions of our life. Be quiet. Spend some time and meditate regularly, as we observed earlier. Meditation is the process of being fully here, with all concentration, focused on the now, by living in the present and letting go of the past. The dead past, you're not going to come back. And not too much worrying about the future. We can achieve the inner peace that we strive for while practicing meditation. There are many forms of meditation. Find out which one is right for you. Witness the choices you make in each moment. Bring them into consciousness. Ask yourself what the consequences of a choice are, and if the choice will bring fulfillment and happiness. If there is comfort, go for it. If there is discomfort, pause and reevaluate and avoid such harmful negative choice. It is called thought analysis. Thoughts arise in our mind all the time. As you are listening to me, as I am talking to you, my thoughts are arising, so many. Each one of us experience that. Sometimes they are good, sometimes they are not so good. What appears good also you must analyze. Is that thought going to give me pleasure for the time being? It may give me pleasure for the time being, but you must see whether it's going to do good in the long run, or only a transient pleasure which may cause me problem later on. And then, is that joy going to cause any harm to anybody else or the environment? Like that, you can analyze your thought, and you start practicing, avoiding those harmful thoughts. Of course, the mind gets trained to think of only good thoughts. Also, thoughts also are depending upon the satsang, the company you keep, the type of programs you watch on the TV or the cinema or the magazines, So it takes a long process of training our habits and mind to think something which is positive and creative, joy and health for ourselves and also for others. Practice detachment. That doesn't mean you go to Himalayas. Whatever you do, don't get carried away by the consequences which happen in spite of your best efforts. Allow yourself and those around you the freedom to be what they are. You are not going to change anybody. Don't try to reform everyone around us. Let us try to change ourselves. We have complete power over ourselves, our thoughts, the words we speak, and the actions. So don't try to say that I'm going to change. They will change by themselves. Recognize uncertainty as an essential aspect of life. If everything is certain, there is no challenge in life. Because of uncertainty, there is thrill and excitement in life. And uncertainty is the path to freedom also. Be playful. Look for deeper meanings of life. The gift in your greatest trouble, challenges, as I mentioned to you, the Chinese word catastrophe and optimism is the same word. Every catastrophe has to take it as an opportunity to excel ourselves and all that. Environmental wellness, we have spoken yesterday also. Today also, if we don't care for environment, nature will punish us, which is happening already. Now, you are aware of the limits of Earth's resources. Let us respect it. Conserve energy to the extent possible. Then financial wellness is having an understanding of your financial situation and taking care of it in such a way that you are prepared for financial challenges. Maintaining that balance consists of being comfortable with where your money comes from and where it is growing. Then the social dimension of wellness encourages contributing to one's human and physical environment for the common good. It includes the pursuit of harmony first in one's family life, having positive interaction with and enjoying being with others, having comfort and ease during work and leisure situations, and communicating and feeling and needs to with others. You will discover that you have the power to make meaningful choices to enhance personal relationships, important friendships, your community, environment, and ultimately to the whole universe. As you travel the wellness path, you will begin to believe that socially it's better to contribute to the common welfare of our community than only thinking of ourselves and our families. Better to live in harmony with others and our environment. Socially isolated people are more susceptible to illness. People who maintain their social network and support systems do better under stress. What do you do for social wellness? They also say cholesterol levels go up when a human companionship is lacking. This is the research finding. Warm, close friendships cause higher levels of immunoglobulin. I think we have got some medical experts, they will talk about it. They say that is an antibody that helps keep away respiratory infections and cavities. Is warm, close friendships cause higher levels of immunoglobulin. Contact and make a specific effort to talk to the people who are supportive in your life. Attend a wellness forum, nothing better than Noni Forum. Then the occupational wellness. Your occupational wellness journey, you will begin to value the importance of not only your own personal gratification, but your contribution to the well-being of the community at large. The choice of profession, job satisfaction, career ambitions, personal performance are all important components. It's better to choose a career which is consistent with our personal values, interests, and beliefs than to select someone that is unrewarding to us. Because some job gives you double the salary, but there's no job satisfaction. You will not have the feeling of wellness. It's better to develop functional, transferable skills through structured involvement opportunities.